I think Motorola has an issue with naming their products differently to the last gen. So to make it clear, in this video we will be reviewing the second generation Moto G, the G2 or the 2014 edition. I'll probably call it each of those at least once in this video. The box itself is pretty much exactly the size of the phone, very clean and elegant, looking with a simple taped tab holding it shut. Cut that off and you'll find the extremely minimal contents of the box, which includes the phone, a quick start guide, a warranty information leaflet and a micro USB cable. Motorola doesn't even include a power brick to save on cost as much as possible, allowing them to provide such an awesome phone for the price. The device has two connections, a micro USB port on the bottom and a 3.5mm headphone jack on the top. On the right side is where you'll find the power button and the volume rocker, a little lower than the G1 as this is actually a 5-inch screen compared to the G1's 4.5. The device has a removable backplate that hides the dual SIM functionality, more on that later, and an SD card slot. If you had the G1, you'll notice that the speaker grill has been replaced by a ventilation hole. That's because this awesome phone has dual front-facing stereo speakers. On the front you'll find a 2-megapixel front-facing selfie cam, a 5-inch 720p screen and those two front-facing speakers I love ever so much. Since the G1 was also 720p and very similar in a lot of ways to the G2, I'll be doing a full comparison video to show you what's new in the lineup and if it's worth switching. On the back there's the same slightly warmer and dimmer LED flash and an 8-megapixel rear-facing camera as well as a less noticeable Motorola dimple. On the front, between the top speaker grille and the front camera is the not so bright white notification LED, but the inclusion of one at all is still great. Now since I use the G1 as my daily driver, I'm using Motorola's Migrate software, which can be used on any Android phone, and I have to say it was as easy as 3 taps per phone and then it was all done. Amazing! I decided to populate the SD card slot with a 16GB SanDisk micro SD card. It conveniently came with a full-size SD adapter and allowed me to not care about the fact that there only seems to be an 8GB model for the G2. This is what the phone looks like with all the slots populated, one with the SD card, one with a Vodafone SIM and one with a Tesco SIM. I was actually switching over contracts at that point in time, so my Tesco SIM is now my daily driver. Overall, I love the aesthetic of the phone, and it has a great front and a very nice curve in the back with a great matte feeling to the actual back cover, which means it's a lot less likely to slip out your hand when you're holding it or using it in daily use. So what I'm going to do next is show you some test pictures I took with the phone, both from the front-facing and rear-facing cameras. This first shot is testing the low-light performance by capturing my Canon 100D. With a flash on it looks a lot brighter but too reflective for my taste. It does very well with close-ups, remaining focused when close to a screen for example, and in outdoor lighting it does even better, although the focus, even manual focus, can be flaky at times. This close-up of a fern was at 8 megapixels in 4:3 mode, cropped for the video. Motorola offers a panorama feature, which as you can see really isn't something you would actually use in day-to-day basis, but another close-up reveals the focus issue, but remains a quality pick nonetheless. Landscapes do a lot better even when you use the 4x zoom, which does degrade the quality dramatically, but effective if needed. I took a test video at 720p from both the front and back facing cameras. This is the rear camera's offering, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. So this is what the front-facing camera and audio sounds like. As you can see, I'm in a forest for some reason, and it's really nice lighting today, so that's interesting. But yeah, let me know what you think of the actual quality in the comments down below. The audio is probably just about to get really loud and buzzy because there seems to be a Chinook flying over, which is always great. But yeah, it's surprisingly good quality. If I actually stand still for a second and not cover it with my fingers, then you can see that it's not bad. Both cameras have the feature where if you're recording video, you can click on the or touch the screen and you'll get a snapshot, basically. So basically taking a still frame and saving that as an extra file, which is pretty cool, because if you suddenly record something and then want lots of pictures of that said thing, then you can do that. So that's pretty awesome. Using the phone on a day-to-day basis is great. With a Snapdragon 1.2 GHz quad-core CPU and an Adreno 305 GPU, this thing can handle almost any Android game you throw at it, although the 1GB of RAM does hold it back slightly. The G range still doesn't offer AC Wi-Fi, instead opting for N, but does offer Bluetooth 4.0 LE and a 2070 mAh battery, which is only 40 mAh up from the G1, which I'm not really impressed with considering the screen size difference. There's still no LTE support as of yet, although it is safe to assume there will be an LTE model out in probably the next 2 quarters. It also has GPS support and also OK Google support directly on the home screen, meaning you don't have to go into Google Now to do a voice search, something I like quite a lot. Overall, for just over £100, this phone is the single best value phone on earth right now, as my daily driver is put up with a lot and kept on going. If I don't get home with 40 to 50% battery life left, I've been on the phone the entire day. It's great knowing that if I get to plug it in at night, it'll still last me the next day with no problems. Video playback, even at 720p, is smooth and responsive. I personally love the screen's beautiful, vibrant colours. Now, I did say I'd talk about the dual SIM functionality a little bit more, so I've actually noticed that it's integrated really well. I've seen it really integrated pretty badly in some knockoff Chinese phones, but it's fantastic from Motorola, and it's really interesting to see it in such a value product. So every time you make a call or a text when you have 2 SIMs in, unless you've either specified or used Motorola's smart detection system, it'll ask you like this to see which SIM you want to send via, and then you can remember which SIM for that number. Which is obviously really nice. Having dual SIM, it does, as I said, have a smart detection software, which is really nice and automatically works out which SIM you want to use. Using 2 fingers to pull down from the drop-down menu at the top, you can see the details of which SIM is using which carrier and all that jazz, and it's really nice. I really like it a lot. As you can see, web browsing is smooth and very nice to do. I'm actually using the phone's Android Development Kit's inbuilt recording software to record the screen here, just to give you an idea. Now, as you can see, this is still running Android 4.4.4 KitKat, not Android Lollipop yet, although the update should be coming very soon if that's something you're interested in. I really do love this phone, and as you can see, it's a very stock version of Android, which really just bumps up the ratings for me personally. Now, I'm actually going to give this a 5 for value for money, because as I said, this is the single best value for money phone on earth right now. Its performance isn't perfect, so it's going to get 4 stars, but for functionality it's definitely going to get 5, for style it's 5, and a TechteamGB score it's gotta be 5. I'm actually going to give this a Budget Busters award, because this is, as I said, the single best value phone on the planet right now. I love it so much, and I really cannot recommend it anymore. If you want to get it, use the Amazon link just down below that like button, and feel free to hit that if you want to, and let us know what you thought of this phone or the video itself in the comments down below. If you're interested in getting this phone, then do let us know, and then otherwise that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching this video, and stick around for the final little message at the end, but otherwise, as I said, use that Amazon link if you want it, ask us any questions you have about it in the comments down below, and otherwise we'll see you all in the next video. So thanks for watching this TechteamGB video. You've probably seen enough of me already, so I'm going to go away right after I say, if you haven't already liked or disliked, just let us know why in the comments down below as well. Check out some of our other videos, hopefully there'll be some somewhere around me. And then also, feel free to subscribe as well, that really helps us out, and yeah, obviously shows companies that you love us. So if you do love us, check us out on Facebook or Twitter, hopefully there will also be some stuff around here maybe. But otherwise that's pretty much it from me, so we'll see you all in the next video.